So you're back at the Wardens, and now you want to know how the attacks work. What you're going to do, first thing, use some smelling salt, use adrenaline, do a couple of DDS specs. I'm going to do 6 DDS specs, and then Baz is standing blocking the skulls from coming through. They charge up the special attacks on the Wardens. You can see the 2 bars above their heads. As soon as that bar gets full, we're going to have some red pyramids come down because we're doing the right one first. And that's going to be, then as soon as they've gone, we're going to move because the one on the left is charged, and they're going to bring down the yellow pyramids. Swap over the range quickly just to keep up the DPS. Back to melee, back to hitting the thing. So because the right one charged first, he's just launched it's like a range ball attack. For this one, make sure everyone's spread apart. So at the moment we've got a gap in between us, and then from the left you've got the mage balls coming in. So that one you're going to stack for. Other than that, after the first bit where you've put them out of time, this phase is pretty straightforward. It's going to be kill it as quick as you can so that you don't take too much damage. So while we're finishing this off, as soon as this phase is finished, as soon as we've killed this pillar, we're going to put our mage gear on and we're going to get ready to move into the next phase, killing the first warden. It's going to be attacking him with mage on his first phase, attacking him with range on his second phase, and then for every phase that you drag it out after that, you'll be changing mage, range, mage, range. So as the pillar is about to die, so change to mage gear. If those attacks are already launched, if you're early enough, they'll be nulled, so you won't actually take any damage. So we're in mage gear now, and we're attacking the first warden. And as soon as you see his first attack, so that's a mage, that's a red skull is mage, and it'll do like a range rock as well. So this is one of the pillar special attacks. As the red goes round, it's going to go anti-clockwise. You want to stay closer to the middle because there's less of it and less to run. If you're quick enough, you can run back across it like I did there. And at the same time, he's still attacking with his normal attacks. So again, just keep following it round. He's still attacking with mage. We're just going to keep outdoing him. So that's a arcane attack. So this one is, he's going to fire out a red sword. So that's prey melee against that attack. You've also got a white arrow that will come, and that will be prey range, and a blue orb which will be prey mage. I think they're just pretty much random which one he's going to do. It doesn't seem to be any pattern that I've noticed. So now he's gone down, we're going to switch to our melee gear. I'm going to use an adrenaline, and I'm going to DDS spec. It's always a guaranteed max hit on this, so you want to hit as quickly as much as you can, because if you don't do it quick enough, you can go 2 or 3 phases. If you do it quick enough, do enough damage in the first phase, you can do it in 2 phases. If not, you'll go to a 3rd phase, which again is exactly the same. So you see this time we've got our range gear on. He's praying mage this time, so it's range. The pillar is doing its special attack. The skulls that are coming out, they hit a 9x9, and you take about 20 damage from those, so trying to avoid those, but they do leave a mark on the floor, so you can see where they're going to hit. Next up, you've got this attack, which you dodge. You can see again, it's got a shadow on the floor, you can see it. You dodge that. If you get hit by that, you'll get frozen in place, like stuck in rock, and you can still use your prayers, so you can still block his attacks. This is another pillar special, which will lead 2 triangles out from either side. They do them at different times, so you can just walk through, like walk against them, or you can just run through them. If you time it right, you can get straight through without taking any damage. So yeah, that's the second phase. If we was doing more damage here, I forgot to put party on, so that might have been a bit of a cause of that. But if you can kill it quick enough here, you can finish this in 2 phases. We actually end up going into a 3rd phase. So it's back to mage gear now, and straight away he's thrown out the rocks, the freeze you in place rocks. So praying range against them rocks. And then the pillar is charged again, so it's doing another special attack. It's doing the skulls to do the 9x9. You can see they leave a shadow as they're going, so it's not terrible. You can see where they're going. It's not too bad to dodge. So there you go. I got frozen by the rock. That's stuck in place. And keep my prayer on, but I did actually run out of prayer there. Carry on hitting him. Don't get frozen again. And then the triangle special is coming out again, so I'm just going to run through it this time. There you go. And now he's down, so last attack on the core. And that's the second phase of the fight done, which is the first Warden. Now we're going into the the third phase of the fight. So he's going to rip up the floor tiles like that. He's going to create like a shockwave going out. We've got the first overclock on, so these are slightly faster than basic. But it's from the right, all the way to the left of the middle tile, and then back to the middle tile. It's that the whole way through. He constantly does that attack, so it's pretty simple. Once you've got the timing down, or the pattern down even, you'll be fine with that, and you can turn the speed up on it. It's easy points for the sake of clicking it like in a pattern. These skulls that come out, you can like hit them. If you get it right, you can hit them. We was both on the wrong side to start with on that bit. That seems to happen every sort of 20% of his health. It is once you get the hang of that bit as well, you can smash that out quite quickly. So we're going through in between the first and second set of skulls now. When the next set comes out, on the left we're going to have one of the pathway guardians. So you can see there that Zebak's just come out now that we're on the second phase of the skulls. He's going to attack with his normal attack. So you've got the prey mage for the pots, and then you've got the prey range for the rocks. So you've got to deal with that now as well, in between walking against the shockwaves. It's not too bad, not too bad with that one. He will hit like 25s, so do try to get your prayer changed. So now we're on to the third set of skulls, and we've got Barbar that spawned on the other rock, and he's going to do the falling rock attack. It will cast a shadow on the floor. You'll be able to see the shadow, so you want to try and avoid that. And if you've got more than one person in the raid, if you're standing on top of each other, all those attacks stack. So definitely something you don't want to be under, because you'll take a lot of damage, and you can get like one hit if you've got like 4 or more people in the raid. So now we're on to the next set of skulls. So again, just going through them, giving them all a little tap, and then back onto him. I'm going to drink an ambrosia because I'm low health, and we're going into the last part of the boss now. So we're going to damage him a bit more. When he gets to almost dead, he's going to go into his final phase. So we've got the two guardians on either side doing their attacks, and now he's doing a lightning attack. So there's no more shockwaves. Now we're going to be looking at the floor. The lightning is going to hit in a 1, 2, 3 pattern. So you'll see the shadows will start to come up, and then more each tick, and then it'll go, and then they'll start to zap. If you can see a clear space, obviously try and get to that. But if you catch the earlier ones, which I'm still not very good at, you can time it right so that as soon as the first ones have gone, you can move to that space, so you can sort of move between them. But yeah, it's just pure DPS. Try and kill him as quickly as you can, because you don't want to stay in this phase too long, because the longer you stay, the more of the floor he takes away, and then when you're down to one row left, it's going to be pretty much every tile that is you're able to stand on is getting hit. You've also still got Zebak doing his attack, and you've got Barbar doing his attack on the right. So you need to keep an eye out on the floor for everything. It's definitely easier to be zoomed in and just avoiding the floor tiles, kind of like how the nightmare works with the black circles that come up on the floor. You want to avoid all of those. because you can guarantee the tile that you're standing on is going to get hit by at least a rock falling down. See, Baz has run straight to the scoreboard. He wants to check that his scythe is keeping him on top. And but yeah, that is everything. If there's anything that you think that I've missed or any questions, just leave a comment and I will try and get back to you with an answer.